Imagine never Googling a terminal command again. What if you could just ask for what you need in plain English? Then the perfect command would appear instantly. Well, in this video, I'll show you how Cursor's AI terminal assistant can turn beginners into command line pros. And this feature can save you hours of frustration. It will also flatten your learning curve for any new development environment. Let's dive in. Okay, for the last video on our section in the terminal, I want to show how to run common terminal commands with Cursor AI. Let's say you're not great at the terminal. You don't know all the commands. Honestly, I've been using the terminal for over 30 years. I don't know all the commands in all of these operating systems. So here's what we can do. We can use plain English to get some of those terminal commands. So here I'll do Command K, brings up the command instructions here, and I will say, create a new directory called project files. And look at that. It's going to do a mkdir, make dir, project files. And here's our project files folder. All right, so we can, in that project files, we can say something like, create a set of 5 blank text files in, for example, we're doing a one shot here. We're not doing a 0 shot. For example, test1.txt, test2.txt, etc. Let's see what it comes up with. And we can see here, it's going to use the touch command to create these files. Run. Now we have a set of 5 blank files, exactly like we asked. Now, if you know touch, you've worked in Linux or Mac for years, and that's not a big deal. However, if you don't understand how to do that, you just learned how. It just showed you the touch command. Or let's say you want to use touch and you want to create 150 files. Do you really want to say touch project files test1 all the way to 150? Probably not, but this will do it for you, which is great. And we can say something like, create another folder named test. That's just singular. Make directory test. Move all the text files from project files into test. And we can see here we have mv project files star.txt into test, which looks good to me, so I'll run it. And in our test folder, we can see test1.txt all the way through. And you can do just even simple commands like show the current date and time, right? Which that could be different depending on which operating system you're logged into here. And it says, oh, just run date. There we go. There's the date and time. Cool. We'll clear the screen so we have a little more here. We can say display system resource usage. And here it says top. Oh, there we go. Now I can see my system resource usage. This is great. Now, what about something more specific to the project? And it doesn't tell you to use Control-C to escape top, but that's something you can figure out. We could say something like update all Python packages. Now, what is that going to mean? Well, let's see. Oh, it's doing a pip install upgrade pip. Then it's going to do pip list outdated, format freeze. Then it's going to copy that. Well, let's see if that works. Oh, it says freeze can't be used with the outdated option. So it's not perfect, right? But we could say, we can do follow-up instructions, update all Python packages without using updated option. And you could, this is part of the iterating. When we talk about best practices, this is part of the iterating where you just kind of go through and see which works and which doesn't. And you can see here, it is actually trying to update all my Python packages, which, of course, they're all pretty up to date. But if they weren't up to date, then this program would have saved us a lot. You can do stuff like that. You can do git commands, things like that. We could say, show the last 5 git commits, which I don't think I even have 5 in here yet, but let's run it. Not a git repository. Wow, this one is not a Git repository, it looks like. So if it were a Git repository that was properly set up, it would show that initial commit or several other commits after that. Now, remember, with Cursor AI, you can just type in these requests in plain English at the terminal after pressing Command K or Control K, and Cursor will interpret your intent and generate the appropriate command. That's super powerful. You can Google things and how do I list files in Linux or something like that, but it's so much easier to just drop this in and say, how do I list all the files that start with AP? And then it will just drop in the command for you and go, whether you're in Windows, Mac, or Linux. And I think that's pretty good. I think it's great. And like I said, I've actually had experience with this, using it in all 3 operating systems, and it does seem to really know the terminal that it's living in as you're using it. So it's pretty great. Thank you for watching. That concludes our section on using the terminal in Cursor. Cursor translates plain English into terminal commands for Windows, Mac, and Linux. It automatically adapts to your system. If you're an expert needing to create 150 files quickly, or a beginner checking system resources, this feature speeds up command line tasks, and it makes it easier for everyone. If you want to learn more about how to leverage Cursor better and turn it into your ultimate coding companion, check out my course at KodeKloud. The link is in the description below. Let's take your AI skills to the next level.